Look at the person who is next to you right now. Not at a glance, not as usual, but truly. Look closely. Remember what they were like when you first met. Rewind the tape to the very beginning. Remember that light in their eyes, that contagious laughter, that wild energy that practically blew you away. Remember how they burned with their ideas, how they argued, how they lived. They were like a wildflower, bright, unpredictable, growing wherever they wanted, hungry for the sun. You fell in love with that person, with their strength, with their freedom. Now look at them today, right now. Have they become quieter, more cautious? Did they stop talking about their crazy dreams? Do they look at the floor or their phone when you walk into the room? Do they ask for your permission for simple things? You think it's time. You justify it with routine, work, the mortgage, fatigue, age. We just grew up, you tell yourself. But there is a terrible truth you are afraid to whisper even to yourself in the bathroom. It is not time. It is not age. It is you. You are so afraid of losing them that slowly, methodically, day by day, like a drop wearing away a stone, you are killing everything alive in them. You call this love. But your love has turned into a hostage rescue operation gone wrong. You took the hostage yourself. Imagine a gardener who fell in love with a rare, exotic flower, fell in love to madness, to trembling hands, and out of a panic-stricken fear that the wind would break this flower, that it would be stolen, that the sun would scorch it, he built a concrete bunker around it, without windows. You stand over this flower 24 hours a day with an umbrella. You block it from the world with your own body. You tear off unnecessary leaves, their friends you don't like, their hobbies that take time away from us, their ambitions that might lead them far away. You flood it with the water of your suffocating care so abundantly that the roots begin to rot in the swamp. You say, I am protecting them. I am doing this for them. But a flower in a bunker does not live. It pales, it withers, it slowly dies. Your total control masquerades masterfully as love. Where are you? Who are you with? Send your location. Why didn't you answer right away? You shouldn't go there, it's dangerous. They don't appreciate you. Only I truly understand you. You think you are protecting them from mistakes and pain, but in reality, you are protecting yourself from your own animal fear. You want guarantees. You want them to belong to you entirely, without residue, like an object, so that in their life, neither in their phone nor in their head, is there a single corner to which you do not have a key. And every time they show will, every time they want to do something of their own, different from your script, you feel panic. A siren goes off inside you. What if they change? What if they outgrow me? What if they meet someone better? What if
they realize they can be happy without me? And to prevent this from happening, you start making them small, convenient, pocket-sized. You criticize their ideas. That's stupid. You won't succeed. You devalue their successes. Big deal. Not exactly a Nobel Prize. You instill guilt in them for wanting to breathe. You are selfish. You only think about yourself. You clip their wings so they physically cannot fly away. And then you complain to friends that you are bored with them, that they have become passive, that the spark has left the relationship. You created the very thing you fear. You destroyed their personality to keep their body.
But listen to me. Loving a corpse is not love. It is necrophilia. It is ownership. If you continue to squeeze your embrace with such force, you will break their ribs. You will squeeze the life out of them. And one day, one of two things will happen. Either they will finally die inside, turning into your pale shadow, a piece of furniture, or they will gather their last strength, chew off their own paw, and run away just to survive. And you will be left alone in an empty, cold bunker, genuinely not understanding what happened. But I loved them so much. I did everything for them. Stop. Right now. Take a step back. Take your hands off their throat. True love is not a cage, even a golden one. True love is an open door. It is when you give a person complete, absolute, terrifying freedom to leave, and they choose to stay. Not because they are chained by guilt, not because they are afraid of the world and believe they will perish without you, but because it is warm with you. Because with you, they grow, not shrink. Give them air. Stop checking their phones secretly. Stop criticizing their friends. Stop demanding an account for every minute of their time. Stop being their mummy and their jailer. Let them go where you are scared to let them go. Let them make their mistakes. Let them become that wildflower you once
Fell in love with so desperately. Yes, it is a risk. A colossal risk. Yes, they might change. Yes, they might realize they need something else. Yes, they might leave. But it is better to lose a living person and remain with a clear conscience than to keep a strangled mummy in your bedroom for the rest of your life. Give them back their life. And most importantly, get a life of your own. Because your control is just a hole in your own soul that you are trying to plug with another person. Fill it with yourself, not with their freedom. Unclench your fingers and see what happens. If it is yours, it will return and bloom more beautifully than before. If not, it will leave. And that will also be right. But stop destroying what you swear to protect. And in conclusion, this requires enormous courage. If you saw your hands on someone's throat, if you realize that your care has become suffocating, perform an act of liberation right now. Write a phrase in the comments. I am giving you back your freedom. Let this be a sign that you have stopped owning and started truly loving, with respect for the life of another.